Hey guys, Lola Selena here. I also go by Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. We have a kitty cat walking around, so we may get a little cameo of Clyde. But I hope everyone has been enjoying their uh, 222 portal if you've been acknowledging it in that fashion. And if not, that's totally cool. Hold on a second, Clyde. Anyway, sorry, coming back here. Um, I actually wanted to do this at the top of the day, and I just felt like, no, wasn't quite right. Almost like, it felt more appropriate to actually give like an end of the day kind of message, almost like, okay, we've had our day, we've had our energy, we've had our time. Ooh, how are we moving forward? Is almost how this is like wanting to be communicated. You can see the two cards that we have here, but before we, yeah, this is live. But before we go into these cards, I want to talk about some things that I'm seeing and sensing. And there's the cat, Clyde. Um, I was seeing a burning tree, a tree on fire, an apple tree specifically, so take that as you will. But I was getting the word regeneration, so I think it will resonate for some of you will resonate with that. But I was feeling it's almost more like this burning from within, like this insane, like fire flame rising out of the solar plexus until one is fully engulfed in it, until you are fully engulfed in your own fire, your own flame, your own solar plexus, your own power, really is what it is, your own sense of empowerment and confidence. You could even say magic, you could even say chi, you could even say light, whatever word resonates for you, but it's that, it's the mana, right? And to be fully engulfed in your own fire, in your own magic, in your own life force, in a way where Clyde, sorry, he's just nudging me a lot. Um, in a way where, how do I want to say this? Yes, it's like reclaiming power for sure, but it's allowing yourself to fully stand in it and embody it in a way where you are absolutely okay with only moving forward with what is true, what is solid, and what allows you to do that, what allows you to be fully engulfed by your own fire, your own life force, your own magic, your own sovereignty, really. Jasmine, thank you. Thank you for the 9.99. I appreciate that. And there's some other stuff going on too, in relation to this. And I know everyone's in a different spot, so I always say trust your own discernment, and whatever your truth is your truth. You know, readings and messages should be for confirmation. Uh, Clyde, I see you, buddy. I see you. I know you guys can't see him, but he's like right next to the camera, distracting me. This fire that okay, mister. This fire, oh, there's some there's some big shit going on for some people in relation to this fire. Okay. Bright comes from sacrum to throat. Hi, Golden Rainbow. Thank you for the 222. Um, because for some people in the collective, while you are allowing, it feels like it's via surrender. And also, there's some conscious decision making going on here that allows you to be fully engulfed by your own power, your own fire, your own light, your own mana. It's allowing for things around you to collapse that require your power and require that light and require that fire. And things that actually don't really need to be held up anymore. Things, and actually, there's a lot of people that are coinciding with this, like holding other people up, or even my rainbow tribe will know that this is also bypassenger energy. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Just look at it in terms of people who have been um, held up by your light, held up by your energy, held up by your power, that instead of having you use it for yourself and your own intentions and living and what have you. Okay. Um, while this has been happening, because it's not just happening today, this has been happening, is how it was kind of being shown to me for quite some time. And so for people who have been going through that, like your fire is coming back to you, your power, your mana, your magic is being reclaimed by the self and raging, or trying to anyway. There's been threads, cords, relationships, structures, um, aspects of your reality that are falling away at the same time because they can't be held up anymore. because you're not allowing it to be held up anymore by you. Like you're not allowing yourself to be the engine for things that are not aligned or just shouldn't, like an imbalanced relationship. We'll just chop it up to that. But as that's been happening, there's also an awareness that's increasing here and has been. Like, how do I want to say this? Like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Because some of these things that have been held up by your energy, I really want to say by your power and your magic and your light, some of these things are not great. Like, some of these things are fairly neutral. Some of these things aren't great, you know? And this is also coinciding and paralleling with what's going on our planet right now, with everything we're seeing going on the global stage as well, right? These things that are maybe not so great are collapsing as the whole collective has become more empowered and has been going through this process, this alchemical process, really, of being empowered in a way where we haven't been in thousands of years. So there's a parallel going on the collective, like physical reality stage, and the internal collective stage on the individual level. Okay. Now, coming back to the individual experience, some of these things that start collapsing, you may be having dreams about them. You may be having dreams about them. You may be just witnessing the actual physical collapse of them or separation, especially in relationships. But some of these things that have, I'm just going to call it what it is, nefarious awareness. Nefarious awareness, you could even just say like it's like a separation consciousness kind of an energy, or separation consciousness is a consciousness, right? Start to get very loud and aggravated as they're collapsing. This is a phenomenon I've talked about for quite some time, more in the relation of when we are letting things go personally, like as they're on their way out, they get really loud in our minds and in our awareness, and then they're gone. This is speaking more to like consciousness, like the thing realizing, oh, my supply is going away. Oh no, like the thing or the person or the light that's been holding me up in a false manner. Rainbow Tribe, this is the Bypassenger stuff, right? Um, is leaving. What do I do? It's like it's that kind of a response. And so just know that like as the collapses are happening and you are feeling more solidified, more anchored in your own power, your light, your magic, your mana, your chi, you may be feeling like you have more energy, more confident, more, and even just like more secure in your energy. Like your field is getting more secure. Like a lot of people who are experiencing this, your field is becoming more secure. No more leaks, essentially, is what's happening here. Um, you may also start to get little waves of doubt. You may start to get little waves of like, how do I want to say this? Sorry, Clyde's distracting me. Of these energies. They're not connected to you anymore. They're not feeding off of you anymore. You're not holding them up anymore. And it's just practice your own discernment with that to just not fall back into what has been, because what has been isn't existing anymore. Okay, Clyde. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that wants to be said about that. I'm just getting a lot about people, man. I'm getting a lot about people. I kind of want to come into the cards here. Now, coming to the two cards that came out, I was like, oh, this is actually like really nice. So, Iona Vision. First of all, blue could be a really prominent color because we also have turquoise changing woman, so blues across the board here. But this card is about honoring your own truth and following your own vision, not what people want to tell you, not what you've learned to move away from. It's like being engulfed by your own fire like this, like a flaming tree. It's allowing you to just be in your truth, in your light, in your vision. So just follow that, because it's how we should be operating anyway. So all of us should be operating anyway. And have faith in the process, especially if you get these little twinges of doubt here and there. Okay, as we get deeper and deeper into this like raging flame tree. Because like I said, this has been going on for a while. So as each day has passed, especially on like a portal day like today, the flaming tree, the fire's been getting stronger and bigger and stronger and bigger and stronger and bigger. And so those like little waves of doubt may feel relatively recent for some people, because the reclamation and the awareness of the reclamation of everyone's fire, everyone's power and autonomy and authority is so loud right now. So follow that. And then with turquoise changing woman, I never remember how to pronounce this. I think it's Eston Ot Louis? I think that's how you say that. If I botch that, I apologize. Turquoise changing woman comes out obviously when change is happening. She's more about new beginnings though. Heading towards new beginnings, keeping your eye on that focus, especially coupled with this card, and that focus should be coming from the truth of what you see and what you know, not what anyone wants to project onto you. And you know, and like I said too, it's like always follow your own truth and your own discernment. Like we need to do that more than ever to recognize that we are all having a unique truth going on for a reason because we're all playing different roles in the whole grand design. You know what I mean? Um, there's something else that wants to come up here. Uh, if any of you have been having like dreams or experiences of really gross, like succubus, incubus kind of stuff, it's part of those energies trying really hard to not just be dropped and collapse. And my rainbow tribe, when we were talking about the Bypassenger, it's interesting because I'm realizing, oh, I kind of touched on this like weeks ago, and it completely evaded me for a minute here. These Bypassenger energies. So for those who don't know, I will try to briefly explain. These are basically just energies, mostly in the form of people or the unresolved collective shadow that have been getting by and like getting into these higher timelines by riding on the light of other people, essentially, by riding this like fire and sovereignty that people have been allowing to leak out. And then these bypassengers just kind of ride the coattails, so to speak, of people who are trying to do the work, people who are like, you know, trying to live in their truth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Again, these bypassengers, they're collapsing right now because you can only get oh so far without doing the work, you know? And I was equating it to like math class. Like you have to take like algebra, you got to take geometry, you got to take pre-calculus and etc. And at some point, if like the whole time you've been cheating or the whole time you haven't been doing the homework, you've been getting other people to do your assignments for you, you've been getting other people to, especially in the context of spirituality, like resolve your karma for you, right? Or transmute your shit for you, you're just going to collapse and fall because you haven't actually learned and embodied the tools and understanding to be in that timeline. So you're going to fall. And that's where we're at right now. That's kind of the gift of this Saturn Neptune Aries reset is we are resetting collectively in the realm of fire and Aries and authority and empowerment. So people who have been supporting bypassenger I want to say consciousness actually, supporting bypassenger consciousness, whether you knew you were doing that or not, um, no more. It's not like this, no, just no more. It's just not being allowed. It's just not being allowed. So also why a lot of people are feeling their fire coming back, their confidence coming back, feeling like their magic is coming back, feeling less leaks in their energy field, um, etc. So I don't know why I felt the need to go all the way back around on that, but I guess I just had to. Um, yeah, just had to. Anyway, a lot of new beginning, a lot of like, okay, excuse me, we're all raging, flaming trees in our own right at this point. Operate in it. Operate in it and let it take you forward. There's also something too about letting the fire keep you warm, like letting your own fire keep you energized. Oh, my throat is starting to go out as I'm trying to talk about that. Um, excuse me. I'm just sitting with that for a minute. Yeah, letting your fire keep you warm and keep you energized as you walk forward. It's just how it's wanting to come across. Maybe some of you are just needing to hear that. I'm just getting it, so I'm just dropping it in space. They're bringing up like the succubus incubus stuff again, which is kind of gross. I like, ugh. Especially with every time I look at this, that kind of comes back in. There may be some very stubborn bypassenger energies or very stubborn, like these energies that are collapsing that try to get in that way, that try to like siphon that way. I can't stop getting it every time I'm looking at this card. Some of you may resonate with destiny swapping. I don't use that term. I don't like that. I don't even touch that. I don't touch that quantum field at all, for many reasons. But some of you may resonate with that. Um, no one can take your truth. Even if someone tries to mimic you or like operate in your light, your truth, your essence, they're not you. And I think that's why I don't resonate with destiny swapping, because even if someone tried to do that, they can't really do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, because it's not real. It's not like you're you and they're them. It's not real. You know what I mean? Like even if you try to like mimic someone's essence, you're still not them. Like it's not sustainable, and they can't ever truly take that from you. No one can take that from you. They're not they're not creator. They're not god goddess, right? They can't take that from you like ever. Um I guess that's why I don't resonate with that terminology, because I just in the core of my soul, I just don't think that that can ever actually fully happen just by how energy works and just how the infrastructure is of like everything that we're living in. Y'all know, you understand what I'm saying? Um anyway, maybe that needed to be said. Um maybe some of you just needed to hear a different lens of viewpoint on that. But again, I'm not saying that's just how I see it. That's just how I feel about it. Your truth is yours. You know what it is. So operate in it. Operate in it. Just embrace it. Embrace it. Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. They're bringing up, like, obviously there's been so much change going on collectively, globally, in like the physical world. Like, there's no doubt about it. Um, they're bringing up as we move forward that there may also be some temptations to continue operating in certain like belief systems that, excuse me, are more like familiar to what we have known before. We can't have a new reality if we're thinking the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't have a new reality, a new way of living, a new way of connecting with each other without actually thinking differently and seeing it differently. So that's like wanting to be said here. Um, so maybe some people are struggling with that, like maybe like the way you view money or the way you view um like what's possible, what's not possible, what's okay, what's not okay. It's like I that's just coming up. That's just coming up to be said. You know where you're at in that. And that's like that is a hard thing to navigate. That's like it's one of the harder things about like getting out of old programming and like, I'm tempted to say new earth, but it's not just, in relation to that. It's just evolution. That's the process of evolution. That's why evolution is hard. Um, giving yourself permission to do that, to think differently. Like if you have an idea or you have a certain belief that is evolutionary, right? And people push back on it, I guess just to like remind yourself, but wait, this is my truth. And yeah, people might like dispute it, people might poo-poo it or whatever, but is that because your way of thinking is evolutionary and not rooted in what people know, so then they just are having a hard time with it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like to just make sure you're catching yourself in moments where you're honoring deep down what you know is true, especially moving forward, versus just any pushback you might get that is potentially rooted in old ways. I do think sometimes it's healthy to question yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like checking ourselves is a healthy thing. Just make sure you're not doing it in a way where you're actually sacrificing truth just because it's making other people uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Versus like, oh, maybe there's something I need to see about myself here. Y'all, I think y'all with me. I think y'all are with me there. Um, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're gonna come to a close here. Um, I'm just sitting with this for a minute if there's anything else that wants to come through. They're saying, especially as we head towards the eclipse, um, this collapsing energy, these like collapsing of these like bypassengers or collapsing of many things as we are taking our fire and letting ourselves be in our fire completely without any other intrusion, so to speak, intrusion that is just like not aligned or not healthy, especially like not giving our fire away, not giving our power away. There's going to be more collapses as we get closer to the full moon eclipse, but there are collapses that are necessary, very necessary. And I think there are many people in here who probably are very well prepared for that. I feel like I'm getting that off of this card too. It's like feeling very well prepared to allow things to collapse and just move forward because what's on the other side is better. What's on the other side is better. And it's more aligned to this evolution that we keep talking about. Yeah. Making peace is what I'm hearing. Some of you have already been well prepared to make peace with these collapses, almost like getting used to the idea, like that's coming up too. There may be like certain aspects of your life or relationships where like you've been getting used to that notion. Like, what would life be without this person? What would life be like without, living in this environment? What would life be like without having access to this, that, or the other? What would life be like if I stopped eating that or couldn't have that or, things like that? Yeah. Yeah, that's coming through. So enjoy the rest of your day. And just know that many of you, if you're already in this chat or you're coming across this video, you probably are very well prepared already. And this is probably just confirmation for you. Um, and hopefully you heard some things today that just made you feel more supported in what you already feel is true for yourself. And if not, that's okay too. But I'm gonna hop off here and I just hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I will be seeing the Rainbow Tribe tomorrow for the astrology seminar over in the Rainbow Chamber on Patreon. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. All right. Bye, guys. Take care. And thank you again for everybody who sent me a super chat. That was very, very sweet. And I really appreciate it. So just lots of gratitude to you for that as well. So thank you. Hope you guys have a great night and take care.